rescue me. Our next, this is a weird thing to say, but I just, sometimes you say things, sure, all right. Whew. Our next presenter is a talent acquisitions manager at Disrupt Advertising. Additionally, has spent, before that, she spent 10 years as an animal trainer, living the dream, right? How cool is that? But she found her niche as a recruiter who happens to study human behavior. What we love about Katie is her pure joy and passion for heart-centered leadership. Please welcome Katie Connell.
Woo! Hello, Katie.
Take a second to look around you at all of the amazing HR talent we have here. I'm both grateful and humbled for the opportunity I have to speak with you today, and I'd like to acknowledge that what I'm about to say might be a little different than what is popular. The purpose of today is to come together with open hearts and open minds that disrupt the HR industry, and dare I say, this one could be pretty disruptive. Martin Luther King said that one should be judged by the content of his character and not the color of his skin. Can I get a show of hands of who agrees? Great. And by raise of hands, who agrees it's morally wrong to fire someone based on race and gender? Great. And then last one, I won't ask you to raise your hands on this one. Not by a show of hands, who agrees it's morally wrong to hire someone based on race and gender? I told you this one was going to be a little juicy. Let's talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and DE&I hiring metrics used to measure diversity hires. A quick Google search will tell us that companies are implementing DE&I programs to help different groups of race and gender feel a sense of belonging in the workplace. So diversity isn't really about hiring for different race and gender, but rather for hiring different personalities and perspectives to break out of the office bubble. Because according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, belonging is a choice. We decide what it means to belong by taking personal responsibility. And when our employees can understand their intrinsic value, then they can realize their full potential and help the business grow at the same time. According to philosopher Christian Watson, today DE&I is applying unequal standards to ensure preferential outcomes. And today we're unconsciously teaching society not to work hard, not to gain skill set, and not to build character. I know this isn't our intention, but it's the reality. In 2020, there was a 123% increase in DE&I related roles due to political unrest, not out of a business need. And in 2026, the DE&I industry is expected to hit $15 billion. We have to ask ourselves the question, are we spending money on programs that merely check a box? And are we promoting hiring policies and practices that only further divide? What if that money could be spent on internal training for our employees and up-leveling their skill sets? And what if that time could be spent hiring the right employee for the job? So we have to ask ourselves the question, are DE&I hiring practices actually working? Let's shake things up and eliminate hiring metrics on race and gender. And instead, let's hire for metrics that truly matter: character, skill set, and merit. Here are 3 things I do to hire for success that you can start doing today too. Step 1, implement a culture screen in your interview process. Does your candidate personally align with your company's values? Step 2, implement a skill assessment and hire for expertise. And step 3, implement a behavioral assessment and hire diverse personalities for your teams. Imagine if HR departments could hire for metrics that truly matter: character, skill set, and merit. So we have to ask ourselves the question, what matters more, melanin and gender or merit? We have to choose. Let's make 2023 the year we stop unconsciously teaching society to look at skin color and gender, but instead look at the heart. Be the change we need in the world, starting right here in the HR industry. Be the ripple effect where we can teach all businesses how to learn what it looks like to live our true potential through failure, through building resiliency, and through growth. I want to live in an America where candidates aren't judged by the color of their skin or the content of their character or gender, but rather by the content of their character and skill set. Let's look at what Martin Luther King was saying and start looking under the surface and bring back hiring for merit and encouraging people to work hard, rise above, and take personal responsibility for their sense of belonging. What if that was the America we were after? What if that is what we were known for? And what if you, the HR leaders of today, could be the catalyst for that kind of change? Thank you.